Hello, 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 and welcome to Beyond Babbitt. This is your host, Brian Anthony, reporting for duty. And we're live. Well, all right. Well, guys, all right, Michael Bennett. All right, Joe Berlin. We're just getting started, man. Y'all are right on time. I just got through watching this Trump live, and it's like I missed it. Missouri. Hello, Missouri. It's like I missed it. It was like I watched the whole thing, and I'm like, okay, what did he say? Corey Williams, what's up, man? All right. So, he said a lot, but he didn't say much. You watched it? Okay. Did he say anything new? It sounds to me like he said what he said because the actions he's going to take later. He didn't say that he was going to do anything tonight. He didn't say, I'm going to use the military to build it. He definitely saying that he's going to build it, that he still wants to build it, and gave the reasons why. But he didn't say what actions he's going to take. Yeah, he didn't say, well, the Democrats need to give the money to build the wall. He didn't worry about the money. He didn't say, oh, I can go around them and use the military in the budget. We're going to build the wall. He didn't say any of that. So he gave all the reasons why we need it, about how the illegals acting up all over the country, and he's supposed to protect us, and so on and so forth. And it was short, and then he was out of there. I'm like, whoa. So what are you saying? So what are you saying, Todd? Mr. Trump, what are you really saying? So to me, here's what he's saying. He's going to build that wall whether they get the money or not. It has nothing to do with the money. Hello, Metal Sheep. So it looks like either the military is going to build it, because remember, the last budget, he got an extra amount of money for the military. It was the hugest budget for the military like ever. It's like it was so big. So the money is there. If we need to build the wall, he could use the he could use the military to do it. But he also may have been saying that, you know, a lot of people speculated that he was going to call a national emergency and like a partial martial law or something like that. He didn't do that. He didn't say that. What he said was stuff we already knew. But to me, it seems like he was telling us, you know, he was giving all these reasons because he's gonna do something. And we're gonna find out soon, maybe even before the week's out, what his real intentions are, his real action is. You know, I reported this week already that there's a major military movement in Texas, unloading tanks in West Texas, in El Paso, loading helicopters down in Beaumont. A lot of Air Force flying around. Yeah, so he didn't tip us on his movement, on his hand. He kept a poker face. He just basically explained why we need it. He's going to protect us. It's his job. He swore an oath to protect us, and that's what he's going to do. He'll visit Texas, huh? Okay, that's interesting. So he's going to build that wall. And to me, it seems like he doesn't want to tip them on the way he's going to do it, because he doesn't want to be stopped. So if you tell them in advance, oh yeah, I'm going to use the military, they'll find all kind of ways to stop him. You know, they'll find some lawyer or some judge on the Ninth Circuit to be like, oh, you can't do it. We blocking it. So he didn't say nothing. He just going to do it. And that's that. So there wasn't much in there. Everything he said, we already knew, but he was given the reason. It could have been a lie. He's still saying, and he said this, he said, and Mexico is going to pay for it. Not directly, he said indirectly. They're going to pay for it indirectly through the new trade deal that we reach with them. So he's still saying Mexico is going to pay for it. It sounds like magic to me, smoke and mirrors. Whatever he has planned, he's really not telling us what he has planned. Yeah, I was I was waiting to see, man. But since he didn't have much news, let me give y'all some other news about some stuff that I found that's going on around the country that has not been reported, is not being reported. We know that there are domestic deployments already in the U.S. And really, that's against the posse comitatus law, unless there's martial law. I don't know. We may be already under some type of martial law. Who knows? So remember, Trump did say, he said the shutdown could take years. And speaking of that, man, let me tell y'all what I found out about this shutdown. Okay, so the SNAP, EBT, food stamps. Okay, let's put it like this. If the government is not turned back on by the end of the month, everybody's going to get kicked off of SNAP, EBT, food stamps by the end of the month. And so next month they won't get it. But already in Ohio and Indiana, their SNAP and EBT is not working. The stores can't process it. So if you go to, and this has been happening since January the 4th. You go to the store with a SNAP. Yeah, they say that. State of emergency. But you go to the store with SNAP or EBT, they're sending you back home. You try to pay for the groceries. Oh, we can't process it. And that's in 2 states already. Ohio and Indiana. Now, that's telling us that there's a lot going on. And so someone also said that the people that are on Section 8, their stuff is expiring since the government is shut down. So they're going to start putting people out of the Section 8. You know, if you get in Section 8, you have a house, apartment, or whatever, you're about to get booted. You're about to get evicted unless they turn the government back on. I didn't think of that part. So it's like crisis upon crisis upon crisis that nobody's talking about. Section 7. All right, Rebecca Davis. So it's also affecting the airlines because the TSA still have to report to work with no pay, 0 pay. And so they said like only 10% of them are showing up for work. Everybody else is calling in sick. I mean, they're probably trying to find work. They're trying to get paid. You know, they're trying to get some money. You can't work for a whole month with no pay. No, you're losing money like that. You're losing time and money. So a lot of them are, I mean, they say they're supposed to, the government, since they're government workers or whatever, they're supposed to report with no pay. And they're calling in, they're taking sick time or whatever else excuses they can make not to show up. And what else we have here? So we know it's getting really critical. The Dems introduced a bill to impeach Trump. They introduced the bill to impeach him. Impeach means to bring charges against. All right. Hello, Cherry Boom. So it means to bring charges against. I don't know what kind of charges they have. You just can't say the charge is not like, well, he has a foul mouth. You know, let's charge him with that. No, the charge has to be criminal, something that breaks the law, breaks our code, breaks our statutes. I don't know what they can charge him with, right? Exactly. Clinton was impeached, and he wasn't kicked out of office. And I don't even see how what can they use to impeach Trump with? What laws has he broken? And I don't know. It just seems like I think this wall stuff is a real distraction. Whatever is about to happen, because we know these are the facts outside of America, right? Kim Jong-un from North Korea is in China right now. Meeting with Xi Jinping. And then after that, he's supposed to meet with Trump. Don't sound right, does it? Sound like he's getting his orders. It sounds like Xi Jinping tell him, hey man, tell him this, do this, They trying to make us drop our defenses. The war is on, guys. The war is on. There was I believe it was I caught a Marfugel the other day. And some military guy called in and said the United States likes to fall on their sword when it comes to war. And I was like, what does this mean? He's like, in other words, we like to take the first strike. And I thought about it. World War I, World War II, Vietnam. Each one, it was something that made us get into the fight. We had to get attacked first. So it looks like, China's already told their people to prepare for war. And China's also told them Taiwan is going to reunite with China by choice or by force. And they're also telling us to stay out of the South China Sea. They also told us they're going to sink 2 of our aircraft carriers. So they've made a lot of threats. This is all within the last week. And Kim Jong-un is there now. This is a war. I agree. So Trump says the shutdown could take years. I mean, the end game is the New World Order. Because when you look at it, the stock market is bust. But the stock market has been up like 2 or 3 days in a row now. I mean, it's to keep you off balance. But it's toast. The stock market is toast. The dollar is dead. Civil unrest is about to pop off. They're shutting off the food stamps. They're kicking people off Section 8. And then, over 1 million federal employees are furloughed with no pay. It's going to cause people to be miserable. It's going to cause bad attitudes out there. It's going to cause problems. And we got domestic deployments. We may be up under some type of martial law soon. And this is what the Democrats have did. Yeah, civil unrest. Recently, the Democrats are trying to outlaw executive orders. Yes, they're trying to outlaw executive orders. And then the third thing that they're trying to do, this is all like right now, they're trying to get rid of the Electoral College. The Electoral College. So this is why, remember President O said, if you vote, then you're a citizen. He was talking to the illegals. If you vote, then you're a citizen. So this is why they would say, open the borders, let all them people in. The migrant army. Let all 15,000 of them. It's another migrant army on their way right now, coming from Honduras, with all these different countries mixed in. And so, remember, they've been told, if you vote, then you're a citizen. And if they get rid of the Electoral College, it's a straight popularity vote or the majority, the popular vote. And they can try to get him out of there. It's a lot of things going on. And so let's get back to China. So you know that when W was in office, he dropped, the U.S. built a bomb. He called it the Moab bomb, mother of all bombs. At that time, it was the biggest bomb. It was like a 2,000-pound bomb. It was the biggest bomb that was non-nuclear. And then soon after, Russia came out with a bomb. They called it the FOAB, the father of all bombs. It was supposed to be even bigger, non-nuclear. And so this year, last week, China tested their MOAB, the mother of all bombs. Just a copycat of ours. But they said theirs is smaller than ours, and it can be. They said we had to put ours on some type of big cargo plane, and they can put theirs on a regular jet, but it's supposed to, have a big bomb, big blowing up. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. And so the U.S. had a MOAB. We were the first one to have it. It was like 16 years ago. And then Russia developed theirs, and now China has developed theirs. Now, we know that Russia has 2 nuclear bombers down in Venezuela, right? 2 nuclear bombers. Venezuela is like 300 miles from Florida, from Miami. And Iran said they're selling their Navy there, and they have a new aircraft carrier. They're selling to Venezuela, and they're going to be there for 5 months hanging out. See, this time frame right here that we're in. See, Iran, China, and Russia have all told their people to prepare for war. We haven't been told that same thing. We've been told, oh, don't worry, peace and safety. Okay, now we know that there's it's been reported opening a base in the Caribbean. Wow, I know they have a base. Russia's has doing business building tanks in Mexico. It has a military base in Mexico, and they're opening bases in Venezuela. Now we know something's wrong with the weather. There's some weather anomalies. There's like a worldwide snowstorm happening right now. Not just in the U.S., I'm talking about all over the world. They're getting hit with snow. All in the Saudi Arabia and stuff like that. I'm talking about all over the world. It's snow. I'm like, man, there's got to be some scalar waves, some HARP, something like that causing this. It's some weird anomalies. And so for this weekend, guys, yeah, famous our friend. So this weekend, guess what? The Yellow Vest in Paris, France, are saying they're going to do a run on the bank. A bank run. What does that mean? I mean, everybody's going to go and get their money out the bank. They're going to crash it. And they say it's going to start this coming Saturday at 8 a.m. in the morning. The reverberations of that. If they crash the French bank, it'll be a domino effect. It'll crash the entire economic system in Europe, which will spread to around the world, like within a week or two. Everybody's going to be affected. So it's just something about that yellow vest thing, man. It's not what they're saying it is. It's not what they're saying it is. It's controlled opposition. Oh, no, Devil Dog. All of the protests are authorized by the government. That's what I'm telling you. They have to get permits to protest. This is what they're not telling us. They just can't go and protest on it. They go and apply for a permit, and the government say, okay, you can protest here. Then they show it to us like, oh, no, the yellow vests are just out of control. No, you didn't give them a permit to go over there and do this. You see? It's smoke and mirrors. It's smoke and mirrors. Let me see. What else we got for y'all? Okay, so Russia's deploying precision strike missiles to the West Atlantic. Precision strike missiles to the West Atlantic. That's bad. And since they're doing that, guess what we're doing? The U.S. is sending a Marine expeditionary unit headed towards Russia, towards the Black Sea. Man, this thing is heating up. It spells WW3, but nobody's saying it openly. You're just looking at the signs. What? London? Wow. Uh-oh. Oh, Man. Okay. So now, this is how deep it is. So you know about the U.S. controls the IMF, which is the International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank. These are the two banks that whenever there's a crisis or some type of dilemma all over the world, we lend money to people, you know, millions, billions, trillions, to get back on their feet. They pay it back with interest. Well, the leader of the World Bank was Chinese, and he just resigned. The head of the World Bank resigns. That's telling. That's really telling. If China's pulling their people out, that's telling. And then China announces plans to invade Taiwan. They said they're going to invade Taiwan, which is our ally. Okay, so what else? What else we got going? Well, I guess that's all the pertinent information right now. So what do you think, guys? Are the you know of anybody that's on Section 8 getting kicked out where you are? Yeah, it does say these things, Fatal Gamer. I mean, I don't know. I personally don't know if I know anybody on Section 8. I mean, if I do, they just haven't come out and told me. And personally, I don't know if I know anybody with the SNAP EBT food stamps, but I know a lot of elderly, a lot of single mothers and young mothers and stuff use it, and even families that are struggling. I mean, everybody, you know, it's ups and downs. Life is ups and downs. Everybody needs help every now and then. And it's going to get tough, like soon. Like soon. Yeah, I saw that. Erdogan, he said he's not making any concessions for the Kurds. He still wants to go in and get them. And no, Russia said you can't come in there. We're saying he can't come in there. And, you know, Turkey's dealing with both sides. Turkey is supposed to be a NATO ally, but they're double dipping, man. And the thing that happened today, that I read about today, India has made some type of deal with Russia. Some type of deal they've made with Russia. And I'm like, wait a minute, I thought India was dealing with us. See, India's double dipping too, man. That's not going to keep you safe. That's going to make it worse. That's right. I mean, we were all born for such a time as this. I just feel sorry for the people who feel like stuff like this. They be like, oh, it's doom and gloom. It's doom and gloom. What's doom and gloom? It's reality. It's reality. You see what I'm saying? If somebody tells you, don't go outside in the middle of the night by yourself with all this jewelry on in a bad neighborhood, you might get robbed. Oh, doom and gloom, doom and gloom. No, it's the truth. It's reality. It's sensible, being sensible. Test from God, everything. A lot of things are a test from God to see how we're going to take it. Now, we do have to endure to the end. Another thing, man, the income taxes, man. They're saying as long as the government is shut down, there will not be any refunds. No one will get any refunds. But it's like everybody I'm talking to, they're still saying what they're going to use their refund on. Oh, when I get my income tax, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, they're saying as long as it's shut down, you won't be able to, they're not giving them. Yeah, that's going to hurt. And people are like, oh, no, they do this every year. This done been shut down before. It just might, you know, instead of getting it this week, it might be another week. And I'm like, okay, you have that much faith in the system that is coming up. Personally, I just don't believe in coincidences. There's too many things going on that all coincide right here together. Right, Brandon Easton. But there's too many things going on. I just don't trust it. I just don't trust it. The bases are loaded here in the US. And it's nobody's like nobody's really recognizing it because they're doing it so slowly. And this Trump speech, what he said, he didn't say anything new. But to me, he was giving an excuse. He was telling you a reason. Whatever he's about to do, he was giving you a reason why he's going to do it. So I still don't doubt that he may come out and say something like martial law, limited martial law. We're going to use the military to build the wall. I mean, we just don't know. He didn't say anything. Yeah. And so the Dems are supposed to, I think it's Chucky Schumer is supposed to respond to it. Chucky Schumer was actually, no, it wasn't Chucky Schumer. It was the Dems. It was, I think Zygmunt Brzezinski died, right? It's another Brzezinski who was saying the networks, the major networks shouldn't be carrying Trump's speech. They say, no, they shouldn't. I'm like, man, he's the president. As long as I've been alive, it used to be when the president talked, he butted every radio station, every TV station, all of them carried it. It was like, I don't know if they had a choice or not. They were going to interrupt your TV show or whatever. And now they was like, you know, your network shouldn't carry it. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. And so I'm also hearing that a lot of people are starting to get sick, like colds and flu, sniffling, sneezing, coughing. I mean, maybe they're going to drop that thing on us. Maybe they're going to drop the flu bug or something, some bioweapon. But I know this. Really? On the Gulf Coast? Yeah, I heard about it in Beaumont. I don't know. Sneezing big time. Uh-oh. Yeah, so that they may be trying to drop that thing on us, and that wouldn't be good. That would not be a good thing. For a month? Wow, book addict. The cough not going away. You need to detox. The kids need to detox. I would recommend detoxing. And personally, I feel that the best detox is the zeolites because it's ionized. It draws. It has a negative charge naturally. You don't have to. They don't have to tamper with it, and it draws the toxins from your body into it. And it encages it, encapsulates it, and you pass it. Because some of these sicknesses, they'll tell you it's the cold or flu, and actually it may even be the nano, self-replicating. And the medicines are not going to work. I mean, basically the medicine, all they do is give you painkillers and antibiotics, and that's not going to get rid of the nano. Wow. Yeah, email me pics. Email me at beyondbabbitt@gmail.com. And if you guys can't find any good zeolite, I know where to get it. I even have some. Email me for that as well. beyondbabbitt@gmail.com. Actually, I put the information. I'm starting to put my contact information down below again. And yeah, guys, it's getting serious. It's getting serious. So a lot of government workers are furloughed, from the FCC to the IRS to the TSA to every governmental agency that you can think of. They're furloughed. They're not without pay. Wow, in Montgomery, Alabama? See, this is what I'm saying. Maybe they're unloading tanks in El Paso because El Paso is at the border of Juarez, Mexico. I've been to El Paso several times. You can look across the fence. It's just like a little chain link fence. You can look across and see Juarez, Mexico. And maybe they're unloading because there was a rumor a few months back that there were thousands of tanks in Mexico, Red Star, just sitting there waiting. Now, so if there are thousands of tanks there, you got to have thousands of drivers for those tanks and mechanics for those tanks. So there's probably an invasion army there also. So that's why he's trying so hard to stop these migrants from coming in here. But maybe we're getting prepared. Maybe they think we're going to get invaded. Maybe they know it. Like I said, the military guys say we like to eat our sword. So we like to absorb the first strike before we enter the war. So World War I, it was the Lusitania. They sank the Lusitania. All of a sudden, we're in there. World War, because that's not really what started the World War. It was the Archduke Ferdinand was assassinated, but we didn't get in the war at that time. We waited till they sunk our ship, which we sailed the ship through there on purpose to get it sunk. And then World War II, Vietnam, the Gulf of Tonkin incident. See, a lot of this stuff. See, World War II was Pearl Harbor. See, we saw them coming. We saw them coming. We let them tear up Pearl Harbor like that to get us in the war. And then Vietnam was the Gulf of Tonkin incident, another ship sunk. So, I mean, we may get a ship sunk, a plane, or bombed or something like that, and we'll be in World War III. So what do you guys think about Trump's speech? Leave me a comment, talk to me, let me know, because all I could ascertain from it was that he was given an excuse. He was given a reason. Like, it's like this, like when we was little, sometime we would get in trouble. Mom was going to whoop us or something. She'd talk to us first before she whoop us, telling us why she doing it. It's kind of like what Trump was doing. Well, and I'm going to keep you safe. And, he was just giving reasons why. Oh, because the illegals kill this person. They do this, drugs coming in, all this stuff. He was just saying it's bad. We're going to build a wall. And then he didn't even say we're going to build a wall, but he said, I pledge to keep you safe and I'm going to do it. And I don't know. I think by the end of the week, we'll get the true meaning of what he said today, of what he said tonight. Yeah. So we just have to be on guard. We have to be ready because it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good, guys. Freaking cat. It doesn't look good, guys. But anyway, I guess that's all the news I have for right now. Please like, share, subscribe. Well, yeah, I appreciate all my subscribers. And thank y'all. And if you want to donate, I did leave my information. The PayPal is in the down below as well. You're welcome, Marcus Adams. All right, peace, panic mode. This is Brian Anthony with Beyond Babbitt. Over and out. Over and out.